Sometimes it can feel like we continually attract romantic partners who are not good for us. They're unavailable, they're narcissists, they're judgmental, or any other undesirable personality type. It feels like you are constantly ending up with the wrong person every single time. Things seem pretty nice at the start. However, the spark wanes out with time. You end up blaming yourself for the wrong choices that you made, which makes you feel bad about yourself. Well, we are here to help. After watching this video to the end, you will learn the exact reasons why you keep attracting the wrong person to your life. Welcome to a new video from the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. And comment down below. I subscribed so we can welcome you. Let's start. There is no perfect way to have a relationship. Love is pretty mysterious. But there are certain basic guidelines people need to pay heed to. If not wholly, you certainly need to make certain changes in your way of thinking and attitude in order to attract the right people in your life. Here are the top reasons why you keep attracting the wrong person. Number 1. You're portraying yourself on dating apps and possibly, in person, as someone you're not. If you're an introvert who'd rather watch true crime docs on a Friday night than head out to a bar, say that on your dating profile. Stay true to yourself while looking for a partner. Don't pretend to be someone you're not or put yourself in situations you wouldn't normally sign up for. When you do this, you'll find yourself around people who just don't jive with you. There may be a deeper reason behind this too. So ask yourself, why are you trying to fit in with a certain crowd? Why are you trying to attract a certain type of partner? As you explore these answers, you'll find that you're discovering yourself and attracting people more like you who you actually like. Number 2. You already wrote the ending. Some people consistently choose married people, geographically undesirable people, or people who are not fully invested in them. They all share one thing in common: obstacles. Obstacles give you a reason to fail before you have left the starting block. Ask yourself if you are self-sabotaging your relationships by choosing people who will throw up roadblocks to your happiness. Obstacles may turn the page, but they don't always lead to a happy ending. Number 3. Ignoring your feelings. Do you stay focused on your mind, ignoring your body, which is where your feelings are? Most of us learn to dissociate from our bodies because, as children, we could not manage the pain of not being loved in the way we needed to be loved. We could not manage the pain of rejection or abuse, so we learned to avoid our feelings by focusing on our minds instead of on our bodies. However, now as adults, ignoring your feelings is a form of self-rejection. Just like ignoring a child's feelings, the child will immediately feel alone and rejected. You might want to think of your feelings as your inner child. Your inner child becomes anxious, depressed, or angry when you ignore them, and this self-rejection will lower your frequency of attracting the right person. Number 4. You build a fantasy about the other person before you even meet up. If you're an overthinker or just a head in the clouds romantic, schedule the date as soon as possible. Why? You don't want to use that idle time to build up a fantasy about the person based on what limited knowledge you have about them. Oh, he has fishing and hiking photos, just like 75% of the men on Bumble in your area? Your dad is going to love him. Getting trapped in your thoughts could set you up for heartbreak once you realize what the person is really like. Don't fall in love with the fantasy you have in your head about the person. Attracting the right partner requires intention as well as dedicating time to getting to know the real person, not who you made up in your mind. Number 5. You have a missing piece. We tend to be attracted to people who possess the qualities we lack. For example, if you have trouble expressing emotions, you might be drawn to passion junkies. If you have difficulty controlling your feelings, you might be drawn to ice kings/queens. Although yin and yang opposites might be tasty in a black and white cookie, they don't work well in relationships. Opposites are often attracted. They can also implode. But mature people do not seek out a partner to complete them. They seek out a partner to complement them. They choose people who will kindle their inner fire and keep it burning through the night. Number 6. Judging yourself. Over the years, most of us have absorbed many judgments about ourselves, like not being good enough or worthy enough to be loved. Now, you might be pointing these judgments at yourself on your own, which is a major form of self-abandonment. Judging yourself makes you feel anxious, depressed, guilty, ashamed, alone, or empty, all of which will slow your energy movement. Your self-image plays a huge role when it comes to attracting the right person. Number 7. You're telling yourself that you're unworthy of love, or even just a first date. Positive self-talk is critical when you're dating. If you're wondering if your date is judging your job title, or you're telling yourself you should have slimmed down before dating again, you'll inevitably project uncertainty. Dating with confidence starts with embracing and valuing who you are now, at this moment in time. If you are buying into lies about yourself that increase insecurity, no one will like me, or I'm not good looking enough, you're setting yourself up for failure. Confidence is attractive. Developing a strong sense of self and challenging the lies and negative narrators in your mind and replacing those thoughts with truth is so important. Number 8. You are a Gumby doll. Remember Gumby? He was the green, plastic doll you could bend into any shape. Are you twisting yourself into odd shapes to please others? When someone is too nice, it is not because they possess some inner goodness that the rest of the world fails to appreciate. More often, someone is too nice because they fear that they are not enough. So they overcompensate to hide that insecurity. When was the last time you said no to another's request? If you struggle to remember an incident when you endured that discomfort, you might be a people pleaser. Flexibility and compromise are certainly an asset in any relationship, but not when you are always putting the needs of others first. If you fail to set up boundaries, you will end up in a cage of your own making. Number 9. Making others responsible for your feelings of self-worth and safety. Did you grow up believing that others are responsible for how you feel about yourself and whether or not you feel safe? Is this the role modeling you had as you were growing up? Seeking love or approval from others rather than learning to love yourself, so you can share your love with others, is a form of self-abandonment. Number 10. You're searching for your perfect match. You deserve to have high standards, but don't be that person who's always looking over their shoulder, scanning the room for the next best thing. Give people a chance to prove they're a catch. People who are looking for their perfect match are unknowingly positioning themselves into a long-term season of singledom, wrought with disappointment. No one is perfect. No relationship is perfect. You must be willing to balance having expectations while also accepting your partner for who they are. Number 11. You want to catch the feels. Are you drawn to passionate people who will take you on that dopamine roller coaster ride? Sure, a relationship with someone passionate can be exciting if they also have a secure attachment style. It ends badly if that person's passion is coupled with craziness. Here's the difference. People who are passionate yet secure are focused on outward goals. They are driven by art, music, writing, or philanthropy. Their passion never floods their relationships. Drama queens/kings direct their passion inward. Forget world hunger. Their office co-workers stealing their lunch is worthy of a Greek tragedy. Number 12. You have some baggage to address. It might be worth considering that you're ill-prepared for dating, at least at this point in your life. If you're falling into the same tired relationship scripts of your past, feeling insecure, if the other person doesn't text you constantly, for instance, or if you still feel hung up on your ex, consider taking a dating timeout. Nobody likes to hear this, but let's face it, baggage really is a possibility. You can't help it if you're hung up on your ex, or if your parents weren't particularly good, and you're repeating the same patterns. Do some work on you. Find a dating coach or a counselor, and you'll find yourself in a relationship you like soon enough. Number 13. You feed strays. Some people grow up believing that their importance lies in being useful. These people often had an alcoholic or narcissistic parent who depended on them. As adults, they don't feel loved unless they are needed. So they play the hero because that is the role they were forced to play as children. Toxic, needy people lure these white knights into one crisis after another. But these relationships can quickly turn into codependent. And sometimes, the relationship can become transactional if one partner is continuously relying on the other to make them happy. Number 14. Your type is emotionally unavailable. There's nothing wrong with having a type unless your type is emotionally unavailable and relationship challenged. If you don't learn the lessons you are meant to learn in a relationship and from the people you've been attracted to in the past, you'll continue to have similar experiences. For example, you might be familiar with the hurt attached to choosing a distant, bad boy, but still continue to seek these people out, consciously or subconsciously. Be conscious of who you're attracted to and don't buy into the wrong-headed belief that you can fix or change someone. Going into a relationship in which you view your partner as a wounded bird with your role being to fix them is a disaster waiting to happen. It's just not realistic. Not only does it send your partner the message that they're not good enough, it positions the two of you in a parent-child dynamic rather than as equals and lovers. Number 15. You swim in the kiddie pool. Some people are afraid to go deep into relationships. But trying to have intimacy without vulnerability is like trying to grow a hothouse flower without humidity. Sometimes, to avoid vulnerability, we choose relationships without commitment. Maybe it's a partner who doesn't challenge you intellectually or doesn't share your ambitions. Or perhaps it is the partner you were never really physically attracted to. Or maybe it is the partner who you lust after and fear asking for more. You choose people who will not bind you up in love, because you are not courageous enough to unbind your heart. Seducing comes easily to you. Surrendering is hard. This relationship style can also lead you to choose limerence over love. Infatuations create surface emotions that never require a person to dive deep. Number 16. You're looking for someone you need, not someone you want. Ask yourself why you want to be in a relationship. Your desire shouldn't come from a place of need. No one is going to make you feel whole or fulfill all your needs. You should be looking for an interesting, equal partner, not an emotional caretaker to help you fill in the blanks in your life. When you look for someone you want rather than need, you're probably taking care of your own needs. You're looking for a life partner to join you on your life journey, because they add to it in ways that are irreplaceable. Focus on taking care of yourself and disabuse yourself of the belief that a relationship is a shortcut to happiness or feeling fulfilled with where you're at in life. With this little mental shift, you'll probably find yourself around some fascinating people who add to your life. And then, hopefully, you'll find yourself in a relationship that's irreplaceable. If you have made it this far, well done. If you are really serious about learning the secret of how to make any man fall in love with you, we highly recommend checking out the first link in the description of this video. It's a professional and powerful psychology guide that has helped thousands of women all around the world to understand exactly how men think and what they really need to fall in love. It will help you win him over, even if he wasn't initially interested in you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Check out our other videos for more interesting psychology topics. Thanks for watching.